Now, White Pine County Daily News with Wyatt Cox.
NKELY News, sponsored by Sahara Motors, the Kawasaki KX450, built out of the box with everything you need to dominate the track. Check it out today at Sahara Motors and let the good times roll. We got up to 88 degrees yesterday, just 1/100th of an inch of precipitation in that dusty rain gauge out at Yellen Field. That wasn't until the 11 o'clock hour last night. Look for mostly fair skies today. A slight chance of a late afternoon or early evening thunderstorm. Look for today's high around 92 degrees. We didn't get much rain, but they did up in Elko County. Jackpot took the brunt of yesterday's storms. Jackpot Fire responded to multiple calls for assistance, including distress and rescue incidents following significant flash flooding in the Jackpot area. Now, no major injuries reported, damage currently being assessed and evaluated. The flash flooding caused by a strong, highly localized storm that produced heavy rainfall over the area. Turning to the Sheriff's Office Blotter report, they handled a variety of calls on Tuesday. A school resource officer investigated a habitual truancy case. Deputies responded to a welfare check at a county park after reports of a person with a small child who appeared to be under the influence. The individual left before deputies arrived. Deputies also investigated harassment and domestic disturbance reports, trespassed an individual from a state office in Ely following a disturbance, referred reports of a brush fire and smoke to the appropriate agencies, assisted Nevada State Police with a traffic stop, and documented a vehicle versus deer collision. One booking reported Brenton M. Neibauer Jr., arrested by Nevada State Police on charges of driving under the influence of alcohol, injury to property, resisting a public officer, and a basic speed violation. Well, a proposed data center on federal land near Boulder City drawing strong opposition from city leaders and residents. Una Milliken and Eric Newborgen at the Nevada Independent reports this morning that the Houston-based developers shifted the project from city-owned land to BLM property after federal approval last month, limiting the city's ability to block the development. Boulder City officials say they were not consulted before the decision and have appealed the approval, citing concerns over lost revenue, noise, environmental impacts, and the project's projected power demand. The appeal now heads to the U.S. Department of the Interior's Board of Land Appeals. Similar concerns have been expressed by White Pine County officials when it comes to developments on BLM land. A new state program aimed at easing Nevada's doctor shortage is now accepting grant applications. The Nevada Health Authority says up to $57.9 million will be available through the statewide Healthcare Access and Recruitment Program, or SHARP. Officials say the funding can be used to recruit doctors and other providers, expand training programs, include telehealth services, and modernize healthcare facilities in areas with the greatest need. Governor Lombardo says the program is intended to increase access to care for families across Nevada while addressing statewide workforce shortages. Eligible applicants include hospitals, clinics, behavioral health providers, colleges and universities, nonprofits, and local governments. The application deadline September 9th, funding decisions expected by January 10th of 2027. Details online at nvha.nv.gov. Well, the Nevada Interscholastic Activities Association has launched a nationwide search for its next executive director. The position opens after current director Timothy Jackson announced he'll resign as of August 1st. The NIAA plans to select an interim director by late this month, while applications for the permanent position will open on Monday. Officials hope to have new executive director in place by November 2nd. The association has also eased hiring requirements, now requiring a bachelor's degree and 7 years of relevant experience instead of a master's degree and specialized certifications. Other news from the state this morning, Governor Lombardo urging Congress to approve legislation that would make more federal land available for development in Nevada. In a letter to congressional leaders, the governor said limited access to public land has contributed to the state's housing shortage and rising home prices. He warned Washoe County could run out of developable land by next year, with Clark County following by 2032. Lombardo asking lawmakers to advance nearly 10 pending Nevada land bills, saying additional land is needed to support housing, infrastructure, economic growth, and conservation while maintaining a balanced approach to public land management. The Better Business Bureau expanding its services in Nevada following the merger of BBB Mountain West and BBB Pacific Southwest. The newly combined nonprofit called BBB Mountain West and Pacific Southwest will serve nearly 25 million residents and about 29,000 accredited businesses across Arizona, California, Nevada, and Utah. Officials say the merger will bring expanded business growth programs, leadership training, educational resources, and consumer services to northern Nevada while continuing the BBB's mission of helping businesses earn trust and consumers make informed decisions. A Las Vegas businesswoman sentenced to 18 months in federal prison for her role in a COVID-era tax credit fraud scheme. Federal prosecutors say Adonia Stiles conspired to file false employment tax returns seeking pandemic relief credits, helping generate more than $7 million in improper IRS refunds. Investigators say she also received at least $135,000 in referral payments that were never reported on her personal tax returns. A federal judge ordered Stiles to pay more than $7 million in restitution and serve 2 years of supervised release after her prison term. At 8:20 for Sahara Motors, that's news from White Pine County and the state of Nevada.
You see lots of commercials on television telling you to drive a little and save a lot. Dealers wanting you to drive to Salt Lake, Elko, Reno, and even Las Vegas. But ask them one question. What happens if there's a problem? Do you have to drive 3, 4, or even 6 hours to get service? Here at Sahara Motors in Ely, we service everything we sell right here in White Pine County. Shop here first, get our best deal, and you get that best deal by telling Shauna that Wyatt sent you by. Then if you want, shop other places. When you account for the drive, you'll find that it pays you to be a part of the Sahara Motors family. Stop by Sahara Motors, just about a mile north of Ely on US 93. Sahara Motors, we are White Pine proud.
Tell Shauna Wyatt sent you by.